I know we're going over all these crazy topics, but I would love to hear about your stint with Jermaine Dupri. Okay. How was that?
Yeah, that was really cool. So when I was around 12, 13, this guy named Ian Burke, he had worked with a lot of artists in Atlanta. He had come to Chicago and he had seen me perform somewhere. And he was like, "Hey, I was talking to him with my dad and stuff. Like, we got to get him with Jermaine. Jermaine's the guy who does all the kids. Bow Wow's number one. Right. Yeah. And so around 12, 13, I go down there for the first time. Go to his studio, Southside Studios.
Is he dating Janet at this time?
And at the time when I first go down there, no.
Okay.
And then, I do like a little showcase for him, whatever. He's like, "Oh yeah, we have him come back down at some point." Blah blah. A couple months go by. I end up coming back down. This time I stayed for like a couple days. My dad's still with me. Then when I got like, I want to say 13. Yeah, 13. I had just finished doing The Lion King. And then I was done with that. And so then it was like, okay, summer happened. It was like, okay, well, have him come back down. We, work on some stuff, So I came down this time by myself. And I remember I was supposed to just stay the weekend. And that's when I was like, man, I don't want to go back to like school and all this shit. Like, this is dope. Like, just the lifestyle you're seeing, everything. I was like, man, like, I want to just stay down here. Like, I it's development, right? So I could be developing. Right. And he was like, your parents ain't gonna let you do that. I was like, no, if it's for work, they will. So then I end up staying down there and living with Jermaine. And so then in this time, like around 13, he is dating Janet.
That's what I'm talking
about. In the beginning, I'm just, at the studio. I'm staying at his place. It's like a condo. He has 2-floor condo. But for the first 5-6 months out there, like I know he dates Janet. And, never see her. I'm just at the studio because she don't be hanging out at the studio with all these. Right. And then I remember the first time I ever met her, we went to Miami, and we were in Miami doing something, and then we were going to dinner. I just remember he knocked on the door. He like, "Yo, let's go." Mind you, I have my own like hotel rooms when we go do this stuff. I'm like 13. Like this is what I'm saying. So it's like a whole different life. And then I walk out, and then I see Janet. She's like, "Oh hey," I'm like, "Oh hey." I'm just like, "Oh shit, cool. That's Janet Jackson." And then after that, she starts being around more and more. So then we just got cool. Like I've been to Jamaica with her. She's like him and Janet and Jermaine took me to Disneyland. Like when I was like 13, 14. Like all this like kind of cool shit. Like yeah.
And when they took you to Disneyland,
hella cool.
They took you to Disney. Was that shit shut down? Like when Janet Jackson goes in? Like how the fuck does Janet Jackson go to Disney?
You walk through the back. So even just like thinking of how we got there. So like we took a tour bus to Disneyland. It's like me, Janet, Jermaine, and then like, security, all that kind of shit. They flew everywhere they would go. They would fly the trainers. Jermaine would fly his trainer. Janet would fly her trainer.
That's hilarious.
Sometimes they wouldn't even work out. Then they would also bring the dogs. So, on the tour bus, he had a bulldog named Yayo. That was like a little all-white bulldog. He had Slash. So you're bringing like 3 dogs, all these people, just to go to Disneyland. Then when you get to Disneyland, we walk completely behind the park. So to get to every ride, to do anything, we can ride as many times as we want. No lines, that whole deal. And then the one time we had to go out was because, Janet was like, "Oh, I want to see the castle." Of course. And then it's like, shit.
You get mobbed.
So then we walk out within seconds. Like, it's just crazy. Because we walk out, you go, it's just like, "Oh, the castle, take a couple pictures." And you just see one person go, hey, that's it. Oh my God. And within seconds, shh. And then they got to get you out but it's crazy to see how quick, and you got to remember, this is no camera phones for real. Like we had sidekicks. So it's like the shitty camera phones, all that kind of stuff. But she was cool. Like even on times when I just be at the condo by myself, she would like, "Hey, you want to play Monopoly?" We'd like play Monopoly, watch TV shows.
Monopoly with Janet Jackson.
She was the first person who ever told me who ever mentioned The Wire to me. So we were playing like board games or some shit. I was supposed to go to sleep, and she was like, "Oh, the show's about to come on." Or she was like, "Oh, The Wire's about to come on." I'm like, "What's that?" She's like, "Oh, this is a show." I had an audition for it. None of that.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, okay." Jermaine calls, tells me to go to bed, so I never see the show. That was that. But like, she watched it.
So Jermaine was kind of like your stepdad.
Yeah, he was my guardian, like my legal guardian. Okay. So
say shout out to that man for not being in no controversy, always bringing up kids in the music
100%,
game.
100%.
You know what I mean? Ain't no questions about
no
him.
funny
I
shit.
never heard no shit about Jermaine Dupri.
I do got a question about Jermaine Dupri.
Oh, okay.
This is what I want to know, because he's done so many albums, Mariah Carey album. He's worked with everybody. I was always confused by his net worth.
Well.
So I don't understand what happened to his publishing because I know he creates the beats. And I don't understand why it's like he'll be worth like $2 million. And I'll be like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, first off, when I was living down there in 2004, which was like the prime era of, I think they like me, all the like, I was there when he was doing the Confessions albums. So like Usher and him, like we would be at the studio, we play basketball, blah, blah. Then they just start having those conversations. I didn't realize what was going on, but like the conversations that lead to the records, that lead to. So like I saw all that in real time, but didn't know what I'm looking at. Incredible. Crazy. Incredible. But now let me explain to you though what this life was like. So we're flying private jet pretty much everywhere. I have a butler who drives me to school every day. Like I want you to really understand the extent of Jermaine easily has 10 cars. Like Janet bought him the Aston Martin from James Bond as a birthday gift. Like I'm talking about like money is going
Janet,
so
I'm single.
I think Janet has only subscribed to like princes these days.
I just do my hat in
throw
there.
my hat in the ring. But yeah, like I just will say.
So you think that it was his lifestyle that led him?
That man
because he
spends
should
money.
Be so rich.
That man was spending some money, bro. Like I'm just being real. Like just to see the level of lifestyle. And the other thing is when he wins, he's one of those people because of the records and the things he's done. When he wins big. Like he don't be getting I got a cool little record that's doing. No. Always Be My Baby, Confessions,
right.
All these guys. He hits home runs. So when he hits those home runs, he might fuck around and have a $10 million, $12 million year. And then that nigga goes and spends like he just had a $12 million year. And I would see these things, but I didn't realize what I was seeing. And then also when you date a woman like Janet Jackson, right, you have to live up to a certain, because I remember when we would take private jets with Jermaine, they were cool. I remember what the private jets with Janet looked like. Those are the ones with the bedroom in the back and multiple couches and like their space. We would bring Riley her Rottweiler.
Right.
The Rottweiler just chilling the whole fucking ride.
You ever borrow Mike's plane? He's like, this Michael's plane.
I'm sure I can only imagine.
You ever meet Mike?
No, I never met Mike.
Never around.
She would bring us cookies back from Neverland though.
Whoa.
Neverland would bake fresh baked cookies every day, and there would be no one there. Like this is what I'm saying. There's a candy shop. A nigga shows up to work, and there's no one here. Like this is what I'm saying. Like it's a different level of you start being like, like the maids don't come 3 times a week. They're there every day. They're there when you wake up. And then the butler is over here complaining that he has to do too much work. Because he goes, I don't vacuum, I'm the butler. And so, like, when you start to see these things, you're like,
what the fuck is going on?
There was a So Def box at the Phillips Arena. So we would watch all the Falcons games, Michael Vick era, in the box. Every game, we'd be courtside.
Ooh, that's the era right there.
It was the era, bro.
Confessions, Janet Jackson, Michael Vick.
Bro, I can't lie. I had that was the goal from golden era. I was too young to, go to Magic City. I sat outside of the Pink Pony in Magic City multiple times in the car waiting for these niggas to come out. It was the golden era of this.
See, I know what the Pink Pony is. It's gone. It's gone now.
Gone now?
It's gone now.
Damn.
It's gone now.
So yeah.
Nah, I had a broad up in there. Yeah.
He's like, I know it's gone.
Yeah, no, it's gone. It's
Frequent dater of strippers, this guy.
So Blue Flame, Cheetah.
Hey.
He bought a whole goddamn complex up the street just so he could go back to
That's who's squatting in his place.